Paul Holds, good morning. How are you, sir?
Hey, good morning. I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Great, great. Last week I talked to William Shatner about the unexplained.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, I was kind of like giddy about it. And Mary here, my partner, she is giddy about talking to you, right, Mary?
I'm very giddy because I watch a lot of true crime.
Yeah,
I follow a lot of true crime cases.
yeah.
So this is my little niche.
All right, Paul. So tell us about the Crime Door app. Let's get going.
All right. Well, Crime Door app is available on Android and iPhone, and it's an app in which the user can open up and take a look at, there's hundreds of true crime cases that are present within the app. And
wow.
On one hand, they've centralized curated content. So if you're curious about a particular case, you can go into the app and read or listen to podcasts that have been linked within the app.
That's cool.
But the revolutionary aspect is the augmented reality.
Okay. So, like what kind
of...
Go ahead.
The augmented reality aspect of the app is where the user can literally walk into a three-dimensional crime scene using their phone and walk around that crime scene and take a look at the evidence and even get up close and examine, the evidence up close, or take a look at how the victim's body was laying in the scene. And, for me, this is what was huge.
Yeah.
That seems so cool to me.
As a cold case investigator, I'm always going out to a crime scene because it's so informative. And now I can do it from within this app.
That sounds so cool. I mean, what an idea to put people into the scene. Obviously, they went in. Is it recreated? Is it from the actual pictures done from the actual crime scene? What is it?
Yeah, and that's the number one thing that these developers are trying to do is be as accurate as possible.
Okay.
So they're only building these crime scenes where they have access to official crime scene photographs and the spatial information. They're not going to try to speculate.
Yeah.
And so the users will walk into a crime scene, and what they are seeing is based on official records.
And you guys handle big cases in that app, like the Tupac case, right, and the Selena case, and the Epstein even.
Really?
Yeah, I was reading about it. I looked it up because it seems cool to me.
That's so
as
cool.
I said.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, and so that's what they've done is, of course, these high-profile cases that everybody's interested in, and there's typically a lot of content out there on.
Yeah.
They've gone through and have centralized quality content. Again, this is curated content. It's not the, conspiracy stuff off of YouTube and everything. It's quality stuff. And so now, if you're interested in reading about Biggie or Tupac or Jeffrey Epstein, you can just go to Crime Door and get all this content available to you and learn from it. And then with select cases, you'll be able to get access to the three-dimensional crime scene and walk through. And having both of that within one app is just going to be so much more informative to anybody, that wants to learn more about a case.
I mean, it sounds so cool because, the augmented reality, I had no idea there was a crime app like that. I imagine, why not? We can do almost anything nowadays. But when you think about that, going into the crime scene is so cool. Is Jodi Arias in there?
The case is most certainly in there. Now, I don't know if they've built a door yet, but it's possible that is coming.
Yeah, because she's from, of course, Arizona here, and we know that story quite well. Now, has Crime Door app banned Donald Trump yet?
I don't think I'm going to comment on that.
This is so cool.
You've worked on the Golden State Killer case. Are they going to put that one in it as well?
Well, the Golden State Killer, most certainly from a content standpoint, will be in there. Now, when you think about that case, he had over 56 different crime scene locations. And so that's something that as time goes on, there may be select cases that will end up in Crime Door.
Were you consulted on what to put in there? Because obviously you've investigated so many cases over your time.
Well, right now I'm working with a couple of families on some, technically unsolved cases, and most notably one that is going to be released within Crime Door this Friday on the 15th is the Delphi murders. And this is where you have the two young teenage girls, Abby and Libby, who, going out for a walk, they're on this railroad trestle, and then Libby, with her cell phone, captures a video of their killer. And this is going to be a door that will be available to the users of Crime Door where they can walk through that moment in time in that case, where they can walk out onto the railroad trestle, they can walk around this man, they can walk around Abby and Libby, and the hope is that somebody who's experiencing this in 3 dimensions has a memory get tickled.
Sure.
And goes, oh, I think I know who that guy is, and
Good
calls
point.
that ticket.
That could solve so many cases.
Yes.
And just people playing around with this app saying, oh, I remember something. I was in that spot, and I remember seeing this.
I would think I can
That's
only...
absolutely it. That's the hope.
Yeah. I can only imagine that this is so cool. I need to try it because I'm sure it'll blow my mind. It's just like...
Yeah, well, it blew my mind, and I've been to actual crime scenes. Another crime scene that I'm working with the family on is the death of Rebecca Zahau down there in Coronado, California.
Sure.
And it's, having actually been at least to the location and seeing what's going on and then experiencing it in Crime Door, it's like, wow, this is just spot on, and that's what's exciting for me is that it's potentially a tool for law enforcement to use to share information about cases amongst themselves.
See, modern day America's Most Wanted.
There you go.
But people don't have to call in now. They just have it right there in front of them.
True. Crime Door app. It's available for download now on Android and Apple. Paul Holtz, thank you so much for being on. Very cool. We'll check it out.
Thanks for having me.
Have a good day.